Hear ye, hear ye. It's week 16. And listen, if you're still watching this show, you probably have some issues, just like we have some issues, just like the Kansas City Chiefs have some issues. But that's okay. You know, we've got 9 days till Christmas, and people are already saying Christmas is lost this NFL season. And I'm here to say, no, it's not. Because on this week's show, the SwoleCast saves Christmas.
You David Static from the SwoleCast? I was like, yep, that's me.
I just want you guys to know I'm total dust. I'm the problem.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Leave it to the guy with the crypto dunes, Abby, to not understand context.
I should have known you getting 30 likes was directly written by someone else.
You know me, I don't do a ton of research before the show.
I've put no research into this. Don't know if it's true at all.
You're on the right show.
To it, bro. Live a little.
Live a little.
Just live a little, guys.
Welcome in. David Kitchen alongside Davis Maddock, Pete Overzet. Tuttle couldn't join us today, so he'll be with us in spirit. So with that being said, Davis, you are looking incredibly jolly right now. You want to explain yourself? I thought you'd be in a bad spot.
Here's the thing that people are not understanding.
You've got a kid now, a bundle of joy.
Oh, I mean, I think that certainly is probably part of it, but it's more that, like, watching the Kansas City Chiefs this season never for one moment was joyful. Like, it was just bad. The whole point of, like, it's all terrible. It's like, it's going to be like more Kareem Hunt. Travis Kelce's going to drop a pass. So it's like, all right, whatever, man. We'll figure it out. And I think that this is going to be good. I think there's going to be some organizational rot shaken out. I think there's going to be a reconfiguring of the coaching staff, a reconfiguring of the offensive line. It's going to be good. It's going to be good, I think.
Paul Vano said, here's the thing. He still has his Dodgers.
You can never take away the Dodgers.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, good. I'm
the Royals and Michael Garcia. It's good. Things are going good. Things are going good for my baseball team.
Pete, I don't want to step on any jokes, but how was your week 16 or 15?
It was good. I was just realizing, like, I wish I was a laundry bro. It would be fun to be this hardcore Broncos fan. I could be just dunking all over Davis this 10-2 season, and yet I can't. I
well, Pete, it's funny. It's funny you say that. One of my absolute best friends, who's in my like IRL friend group, he is not a Chiefs fan like all the rest of us are. He is a Broncos fan just due to like circumstance of how he was raised. And you would think that he would be like, dude, Bo Nix, like, we're done. When none of us take him seriously, we're like, have your little Bo Nix, like, that's fun off in the corner there. like we're all just like, yeah, sure, buddy. Yeah, the Broncos. Like, it's not.
It's like me being a Vandy fan in the middle of my Tennessee group chat.
It is exactly like.
But it's so funny because the closest I felt to fandom this week was Rivers coming back, because I have so much nostalgia of being a Broncos fan during the Cutler Rivers stuff. And that's when I went to school in San Diego. And that was like, I'm like, fuck the Chargers. I became the world's biggest Broncos fan. And that made me feel more of a Broncos fan, Phillip Rivers on the field, than seeing the Broncos, go into Lambeau and win.
And his post-game press conference, like when he was talking about inspiring his football team, I mean, I'm a crier. I started tearing up, man. And this is one of these things. Same thing happened with Kobe.
We definitely should not talk too much about this before we step on the overview.
Okay.
No, we're good. I would let you know. I don't have too much on this.
This is kind of how I felt about Kobe. It's like these guys that are polarizing during like the peak of their career. There's sometimes like I didn't really love Kobe like in his peak. I love to like root against him, The same thing with Rivers, but then like towards the end, you see like the human nature, them getting older, and you start rooting for them. That's exactly. I don't think I've ever rooted as hard for Phillip Rivers as what I was doing on Sunday.
And I will say, They lose. He does nothing for fantasy, just like kills the entire offense. And yet he did not embarrass himself. I thought he was a lock to embarrass himself. And he didn't.
Is it not embarrassing that he had 3.8 YPA?
I mean, you want to go look at Max Brosmer's stats against the Seahawks on the road?
That's your boy. That's your Max Brosmer's your boy.
No, but we all thought we were making jokes about getting decapitated, about him getting picked off 4 times, all of that. He kept it. They were live to win that game.
Honestly, let's just keep it real, dude. The Seahawks bailed him out so hard, because if the Seahawks get like an early long like a JSN explosion, a special teams touchdown or something, and they had to just like straight drop back, like even like to set up the game, it's 3rd and 7 game winning play, he hands it off to Jonathan Taylor, which preserves the win equity for the Seahawks. If they convert that 3rd and 7, it's game over. They win.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying he played better than
He did exactly what was expected of him, really.
From the Colts perspective.
He did exactly what Riley Leonard could have done, I think.
I don't know about that. Davis, don't try to like just pee in our Cheerios and,
I thought it was a funny, like, cool thing. But
you don't get to be in your 40s. Like, I'm 40 right now. I cannot imagine playing against NFL players. It's enough for me to go and put on brave face when I'm facing, women in their 60s on the pickleball courts. I don't know what I can do.
Though, how fitting is it going to be that Monday night, everyone's going to be sweating, trying to get to the finals. They're going to want CMC to get pushed. There's going to be some Kittle teams, some Brock teams, some Jawan Jennings teams. And it's all going to rest on Phillip Rivers' shoulders on Monday Night Football to keep that offense afloat and in the game.
Yeah. We talked about how awesome last week's games were, and there were some awesome games. This week might be the opposite.
I opened up the BR slate yesterday and it was like, wow, last week was like an all-timer with the 13 games, and it is not an all-timer.
It when I looked at it, I was like, wait, are there buys? Are there week 15 buys? But like losing the Rams and Seahawks on Thursday night definitely hurts. No, what do we have? No shot. Who do we have? What quarterback? We don't have May. We don't have Hurts, right? So, yeah.
But just some gross games on Sunday. It's okay though. Hey, we're gonna power through. We're gonna save Christmas, and we're gonna set the table. So with that being said, let's get to Mr. OVERZETS overview.
Got that dog in the butt. Got that dog in the butt. OVERZETS overview. Come on.
So I'm honestly surprised. I haven't seen the comments from last week's episode recently, so maybe someone flagged this. I purposefully sidestepped over this on the portfolio review. I looked in the SwoleCast channel. I thought, is anyone going to reference this or bring this up, which shows how little people care about the lineups we build on here. But do you guys want to hear a fun fact?
Yes.
Had any listeners put...
It was good. It was good.
Yeah, well, let me just tell you how good. Has any listeners put the Week 15 SwoleCast lineup into the SPY, the contest I've made my life's mission to try to win? It would have returned a profit of $39,900.
Oh my gosh!
It would have finished in second place for $40K. That's because the team built on this fateful stream last week scored 206.52 points, guys.
No,
that is wild.
Pete, I knew from looking at my lineups page, I was like, oh, this is good. Because I was like looking at my teams. So what team do I have that has all these points?
Yep.
But did you have it in the Millie, Davis?
No.
What'd you have it in?
The fucking free roll.
And hey, but that's part of it. For the first time in the history of the program, we cashed the T-Mobile Game Day Draft Challenge in 51st place for $12. We did it. We did it, guys. So if you don't remember, it was the Goff double.
I'm trying to pull it up.
ETN, Nico. I have it here on screen if you want it, or I can share the screen.
I've got it.
All right. Yeah, I just I couldn't believe it. And Kitchen, this is my thought. I do think you update our X bio to reflect this accomplishment, and it should just say finish 51st in the Week 15 2K T-Mobile Game Day draft.
Oh my God, this is so sickening.
It's an absolute shipper, dude.
And that
total
last spot,
shipper.
do you remember we were toying with it? Like, let's just put a Monra in there.
Yeah, we're like, just do the golf double. Yeah.
Just do the golf double.
Yeah.
Man, it was it even has the Mitchell Tinsley 2.6, but it doesn't matter. Woody Marks chalk fails, doesn't matter. We crushed it. We absolutely crushed it. So there you go. The people
212 took down the spy. I know from looking.
212, and yes, second was like 204, so it would have finished second in the spot.
Dude,
Smith said he got $5 in the free roll, whatever free roll he was in. So
there you go.
Good for him.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, the people say we don't deliver actionable advice. I don't ever want to hear.
I don't ever want to hear it again
along those lines ever again. And not only that, but the splash lineup we built on stream.
Yes,
finished top 10.
I want to talk about this honestly.
Yeah. And Davis did say, just drop your Venmo in the comments and he's going to send out distributions to the entire audience for that win there. What do you want to say about the splash kitchen?
I was asking if you want to say anything about it, because I noticed in all of your teams, you had, Puka or whatever. On this team, you started with Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Any other person, Davis would have finished second. Pretty much. So I didn't know if you wanted to.
And Dave, the
anything.
team that you and I built, the team that you and I built on the Friday show also finished 37th.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was good. So I wanted to say, Pete, did you want to say sorry or anything to Davis
for
the
why?
Christian McCaffrey? Yeah, just taking any accountability for picking CMC.
No, because this was all to sabotage the collective lineup, so I could build a lineup that finished in 4th place and get all of the SwoleCast tiers glory.
And is it true? Is it true, Pete, that in your 4th place lineup,
yes,
in tier 6, you played JJ McCarthy?
Wow!
Call him 9, baby.
Turncoat.
Call him 9. No, I actually talked to Splash, and I said that when I clicked it, I was actually just selecting Minnesota quarterback.
Minnesota QB.
I was gotta ignore. But listen, Kitchen, this guy put up 24.5 points. Can you imagine what Max Brosmer would have done against the Cowboys defense?
I don't know if you guys
pull that comment up again. That deserves to be read. If you put the SwoleCast lineup in the spy every slate for the past 10 years, you would be up over 2x.
Dude, I'm saying, Pete, I honestly, my mind is warped by you figuring that out. That the idiot lineup we put in on Wednesday would have finished higher than I've ever, because the highest I think I've gotten in the spy is 8th, I want to say.
Well, no, the second I saw that it cashed, it's like anytime this happens, even when someone has like a score in the Deposit Kingdom BR, I always go see what it would have finished like in the main BR. Like I can't help myself. Anytime I see a good score, I'm like, oh, if you would have put it in this, it would have been that. But I also, just to kind of put a bow on the splash stuff, because obviously the SwoleCast was just on fucking fire last week. Tate 81, take some notes, brother. I know you have like an adversarial thing. You think we're just a comedy program without any good takes. Take some notes. Maybe you'll learn something from us, because
as long as we're touting that, how about our dude Craig B54 shipping the Thunderdome and crediting this show? I mean, that's a pretty good week for the SwoleCast, dude. That's a pretty good week for this show.
Well, who did he credit? Because I saw a screenshot of a super chat. It didn't come in on the SwoleCast. I feel like if you were crediting the show, the super chat would come through over here, right?
Yeah. Send me your Venmo.
I think Kitchen was taking. I don't even remember Kitchen, but you're taking credit for the Purdy.
Kitchen said the Purdy double was his idea, when it was like my number one idea for the whole fucking.
Honestly, it was Davis's idea. I did like Jennings, but it was Davis's idea, and giving Davis credit for, because Pete doesn't like to give you a lot of credit, Davis, so I will. But in the splash lineup, you were pretty adamant about ETN as well.
Yes,
so
I really liked ETN last week.
So kudos to you, Davis. Maybe
I think the funniest part about that story is just thinking that us collectively took money away from Mike Leote at his favorite contest, the Thunderdome. That's like the funniest part to me, is we're like the shadow puppets behind Leote's fallout.
The funny part to me was that a guy is rich enough to play the 5K and was listening to the SwoleCast on a Tuesday and was like, you know what? That's actually made a mental note about it.
Lot of ways to get there, Kitchen.
Yeah. All right. In more somber news, the Chiefs dynasty is over. Mahomes tore his ACL. That's the bad news. The good news, though, is that Davis has 3 bullets left in the little Dalmatian too, guys. So when God closes the door on a dynasty,
dude, I had a good week. I think. Dude, I still have 30.
If you look at Davis's, I did look at it before the show. Davis's portfolio.
I have 35
like 30 something.
Live. Yeah.
Do you really?
4
Davis,
bullets in the Dalmatian 4. I mean, like, the guy is...
Davis drafted 5 times as many teams as me and has only half as many finals teams as me. So I don't know about that.
I don't get it. You have
how many?
You have 80 teams left or 70?
No, I have 14. You have double the amount of finals teams I do on 5 times as much volume.
Oh, I take that. Right. I do
That's
that again.
How math works.
Like if you wanted me, like if you were like in 2026, it's going to do that. You have to draft 1,700 teams and you get this. I'd be like, okay, sure. Yeah. Let's run it back.
Davis, don't listen to Pete. I think you've done amazing this year.
But as all anyone cares about is BBM, right? That's what they care about. Davis and Kitchen each have 1 bullet left. I have 3, all of which scored way more points than the 2 you guys snuck in. But the pod gods always shine.
My highest scoring team scored more than you. I already checked. My highest scoring team scored more than you.
Hey, you snuck. What was it, Kitchen? Like a 145 you got through?
It was something bad and it was like in the 4th. No lie, I got a DK Millie team, an underdog Millie team, and 2 strong side teams in the last quarter.
What the fuck's a strong side?
$59 on DK, bro. Gosh.
Also, I just realized when I saw his tweet, how funny is it that JJ became a best ball bro on DK and had a better year on underdog? Well, JJ advanced a team on 9 bullets.
I think 11 bullets, but yeah, I mean
that's incredible.
He definitely had a better year on DraftKings, but the guy, I mean,
I don't know, man. The odds.
People are saying late round might be the newest up and comer in the best ball information space.
What would JJ? Would JJ give you your own best ball weekly stream, Kitchen, or a branded stream if you took down Best Ball Mania? How would that work? Because you've talked about not taking the shine away from JJ with creators at late round. How would you navigate that?
Well, we have a little profit swap, so I mean, I get a nice little bonus. Yeah, I get a nice little bonus if he wins.
Famously, I offered a profit swap with Kitchen.
You did?
Still hip, Dave? You want to profit swap our teams?
Yeah. What do we say?
No, I don't. Now that I actually have teams alive, I don't want to do it.
I'm down. I'm always down with a friend if both people get a team to the
when Pete and I were actual finalists, Dave.
I was gonna say, Pete, if we can come back to this if anyone has a finals team.
Yes. Yeah, so there was basically too much fantasy talk today to get to the news in the overview, which is probably for the best, considering the news right now is a political battle over who mourned the deaths of Charlie Kirk and Rob Reiner better. Great healthy society we have.
Proud of the group chat. They disavowed any sort of negative talk.
This might be a record. I think we are currently on the OVERZETS overview record right now.
Well, I think today, normally I'm kind of like, hey, don't trample over the jokes, don't, interject, but I'm just leaning into it at this point. And yes, as we already hit on, we're on to week 16 where all of the games with the best totals look like total shitters. Falcons, Cardinals, Bengals, Dolphins, Cowboys, Chargers, and I guess Lions, Steelers could be good. But that's what we're working with. Back to you, Dave.
Thank you, Peter. And also thanks to the viewers and the listeners, because I looked at our numbers year over year. We're still holding strong. We're holding strong from the beginning of the season, and we're up.
I was gonna say
big
this show
time year over
is
year.
not going to be a big grower, but it does have like a remarkably
It's a show
loyal audience. Yes,
It's a show.
Well, I just like, I look at like my stuff in like August and like the shittiest, like no one cares, but it's gonna get like 9,000 views. Whereas like now I'm doing these like big long streams that are getting like 3,000 views. But this channel, it's like every week it's like 5,000 to 7,000.
The same sickos show up, and we appreciate you.
Do you know what's gonna be really funny is when everybody copies our SwoleCast lineup this week and it puts up 68 points.
And it sucks. Pete, how did you not lead with Mina Kimes and Barstool Big Cat both addressing my tweets?
Oh yeah, I did. I mentioned that was
and you didn't mention Diego Pavia. Like I was expecting, like when something happens to me, I'm just expecting
Diego
it to
Pavia
happen.
Thing, Dave did not make a wrinkle outside of like college football sickos.
I think I did see it. Was he went to the club and had like a fuck? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I said F the voters, but I don't know. Like you talk about wrinkles, you have to realize I get my news literally from the OVERZETS overview.
Yeah. Well,
So
here's the
Pete's
thing.
usually
I'll be
hip to
completely honest. I went to write the overview this morning at my usual 30 minutes of time. And I got so distracted and I was so stunned that lineup was that good that it just like derailed my train of thought. I was like, what the fuck?
All right, here we go. I'll do the work.
Let him play. Don't bring in Riley Leonard.
Wait.
There was someone who pointed out, which I
Why is
they
it
were
not?
like, this is the state of our quarterbacks and what the college game is producing, that a 44-year-old Phil Rivers is better than anything else.
Yeah, about that.
It's fair.
I love watching Philip Rivers. I hope he plays again. I'm not complaining about Philip Rivers.
That was Dave. That was toss that in your group chat. That's Barstool Big Cat and PMT talking about my tweet.
I remember you used to love PMT. Like you loved PMT.
I was gonna say the thing about
Yes,
this
you
that's
did,
funny is it
Davis. Don't
forces
deny
Davis
it.
to acknowledge that he
Dave,
knows.
I
who
have
Barstool Big
never
Cat
in
is.
my life listened to an episode of that program.
Yeah, but you still liked him back in the day before he was like big Barstool. You loved him.
I think you're confusing me with someone else. I don't
No,
know that guy.
Are you doing a
not.
bit, Kitson?
Kitchen,
I'm
I
not
think
at all.
Kitchen. I would own up to this if it was real. I
No,
don't
the
know
bit would
that
be
guy.
Davis pretending like he doesn't know Barstool exists or Big Cat was even a person.
Yeah, I know who those guys are now because they have that partnership with DraftKings. So they're always like they're all over my.
Yeah, Levitin has to quote retweet his parlays and say that it was like,
Dude,
a little
okay,
less.
is that is the funniest bit is Levitin being like, actually these parlays in the DK app are slightly negative EV.
Hey, I don't know if you saw, since you're pulling up receipts, JJ told me, he's like, dude, someone in the comments said that you predicted Justin Jefferson's stat line exactly on
You
the
did.
show.
You two for 22 exactly.
And on Friday's show with JJ, I was like, I cannot wait for that Cowboys game where Justin Jefferson on Sunday Night Football goes off for 2 for 22. And he literally did that.
I have the look when he had that touchdown called back.
He was just like, can you anybody?
That kind of year.
Yeah.
That kind of year.
And then and that's what I'm saying. For 9 to get 24 something points and Justin Jefferson go 2 for 22. We've talked about how awesome their schedule is, but man, yeah.
Are people saying that Justin Jefferson's just a good QB merchant?
They're they're calling him the Wash King. They're saying
Right.
they're saying that Jalen Naylor stole his chain.
Speaking of quarterbacks, we've got some quarterbacks on the slate. Josh Allen against Cleveland, Prescott against the Chargers,
This is a disgusting quarterback.
Burrow
play.
against Miami. I mean, I guess it's going to be like Bo Nix is putting together some good performances, but
Let me tell you what I won't be doing. I will not be TTP on the unadjusted base Justin Herbert projection. No, like literally 0% chance. Like I think this is basically, to me, it's Goff and Brissett and you log out. I don't see anyone else who's maybe Stroud, maybe.
Herbert hasn't cleared 15 points in 5 weeks.
Yeah, he hasn't. I think he's had one. I forget what the data dump stat was. That was another thing I thought might be in the overview. I don't know if you saw, but one of the X items, the news items.
I saw JJ tweet that this morning. Yeah,
because the other people were screen capturing on X. One of the news items was JJ Zacharyson skips data dump for holidays. Like that was the actual title because people were so.
What was it? What was the truth? I only saw that headline. What did JJ say on Twitter?
Well, JJ said, "Hey, this is the last week of the data dump," and we put it in the newsletter. Like, and truth be told, people love the data dump. It's free though. It's like this week we're 88 facts, and they're free facts. And honestly, there are probably some content creators that get their ideas from some of those facts. So they're on their own too. But JJ's like,
I've been blowing up on TikTok stealing those nuggets. I just wait for the dump, and then I had
there is a content creator who I won't name here who does straight up copy paste JJ's tweets.
Oh, I'm sure.
But anyways, there is they'll have to offend for themselves. But JJ's like, I'm gonna cut back, and that's one of the things I'm cutting back. And someone's like, must be nice to not have to work on something like in his mentions. And so there were a few people that were just upset with JJ that he wasn't going to post next week during championship week. And they're just like, they're free stats. Like, I mean,
didn't that's happened to Gretsch recently too? Cause he's been writing about that in Signals. Like he's kind of, paring down the general structure deep into the season just to make it more tenable for him. And then people riot because they get used to their comfort food and they hate change. And then people get very upset.
All right. Let's talk about some of those quarterbacks. And I just realized that I didn't send Davis the overlay. You still got week 15 up there.
How about the Shuck Demon, Peter?
That was going to be the first demon. He was going to be the first name. Like he's probably the best play of the week.
No, Jacoby is like 22% owned in the SPY level play.
Yeah. The Jacoby Brissett garbage time volume is unmatched, but I'm telling you, this Jets secondary is an absolute joke.
Did you see the Thorman tweet this week?
The one about how they didn't have a single play in neutral state.
Yes, it was. He said it was the first time since he's been doing paces and snaps that the chart only had 31 teams on it because the Cardinals are just garbage time. Like the only thing the Cardinals are is garbage time. So,
yeah.
I will be playing my Jacoby Michael Wilson, my Jacoby Marvin Harrison Jr., my Jacoby Trey McBrides, and Goff at home against the Steelers.
What about Minshew at 4,500?
It's not
against the Titans.
I think you could, if you wanted to play I think you could play. I think Rashee Rice is still playable because it'll just be like we looked this up yesterday on my stream. Michael Pittman Jr. had 109 receptions the year Minshew started for the Colts. Rashee Rice is just like fancy Michael Pittman Jr. So I could see that, but I don't think you're going to play Minshew.
Do you know what people are going to do in that Atlanta game? Is they're gonna say McBride maybe too expensive at 7,600. They'll do Brissett to Wilson and bring it back with Kyle Pitts. Yeah, coming off of the 40 burger.
Man, no chance trusting Kyle Pitts this week is going to go wrong. Just like that's just, you got to see Kyle Pitts score 40 fantasy points and just run that back.
It's kind of crazy that the way stuff shook out in best ball with the Goddard, with the McBride, with the Lawrence, that there were a lot of other paths to
I tweeted out I had a few Waller teams that came back last night.
That's why I advanced so many in the Little Dalmatian too. Was Darren Waller. Dead ass.
I know. People are going to think that's a joke, but you're actually being 100% serious.
I had because I auto drafted that contest and I had 35% of Waller in that contest.
Check your email, Davis, for that overlay. This is like just a classic Darnell Mooney slate, where everyone just forgets about him and he just goes off. Like the
He's
one
been
guy that goes
so
off.
ass this year, man.
I know, but
you're
also,
right. You're right. Pitts, I agree with both of you. There's just like no chance Pitts clears 10 points this week after what he did last week.
Gosh. All right. Other quarterbacks that you like, Peter, this week?
I do like Dak at home in that game there against the Chargers.
Doesn't the Chargers just bring you into the mud with them though?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're going to be – I think the Chargers are going to have success running the ball on Dallas. Pretty much everybody does. And I think Dak can cook here in the Dome. The other guy is CJ Stroud, right? Home versus this Las Vegas team that's just a complete
Look
joke.
at the Raiders team total, dude.
It's 11.5, right? It's an 11.5 point team total.
11.5 point total.
It's insane.
Bad.
Yeah.
The Raiders in the last 3 weeks have run 48, 49, and 41 plays on offense.
Yeah.
What about the
But I would
Pittsburgh,
love
Detroit
to have a
game?
Brock Bowers team at low ownership.
I think you can let that dream go.
I actually need to look and see. I don't think I have him on a single team. There's no way.
I advanced a Bowers McBride, which if you would have told me in the DK Millie, which obviously if you would have told me 4 months ago, I'm like, dude, shipper. not a shipper.
People are talking about the Denver Jacksonville game. I don't know that I trust.
Jags
Trevor
are a
Lawrence.
wagon, dude.
Yeah, but the Denver defense, as the guy in your group chat will attest to, man, they
I don't know. I feel like Denver's shown some leaks. Teams have been able to score on them. Josh Jacobs, mossing fools in the end zone.
David, you actually know the guy in my group chat. It's Jordan Case.
Oh, I didn't know he was
fan.
a Broncos fan.
Yeah.
Old FI guy. Yeah. What's the news on Patrick Surtain, Davis?
No idea. Not my business.
Unreal. Pittsburgh, Detroit.
No Steelers players other than maybe Kenny Gainwell, and you can definitely, I mean, Goff, St. Brown, Goff, JMO, send it. Very good plays. Probably. Is that going to be the most owned stack, Goff, St. Brown of the week? Probably. Other than Jacoby Michael Wilson or Jacoby McBride.
And just a fun game.
Happy to do it.
A fun game. Cincinnati at Miami.
Literally like the two most despondent franchises in the National Football League.
But they still can score. I mean,
people are speculating that Burrow has something going on off the field. Like Burrow's like depressed about his real life.
Yeah.
That's kind of was the subtext I thought when I listened to him.
He kind of mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because everyone was like, oh, he wants out or whatever. And it was like, no, it seems like personal life stuff, the way he worded things.
But I could see that game getting into shootout mode just with some who cares, throw it down there somewhere. All right, let's make a team. Let's make a team, and Pete will famously tell us where we can put this team into. We
are in I'm going to call it the 2K SwoleCast game day draft challenge because we're its daddy right now.
What theoretically, if we had gotten first, what would we?
$100.
Oh yeah, but the bid equity would have been way more.
$100, but they also do send you a new SIM card as well, which is cool.
Cool.
All right, who's starting here?
I say we let Davis start.
All right, I'll do Jacoby. And then I will leave it up to you guys who you want to take with him.
Is it my pick?
Yeah.
If we're not going to play Shuck Demon, then I'm going to put Olave in here.
Can I sell you on a little Vele? $6,500 Olave.
You can sell yourself on whatever you want. It's your turn.
Really expensive.
From the guy who brought you ETN and Nico in last week's lineups. Please do not question my picks.
All right, Dave, no pressure.
Yeah. I know we do need to save some money. Jeez. I think I should just do it though.
Oh God.
I just gonna hold my nose
Is this a heat check?
and do it. I'm gonna play Justin Jefferson at 6K. I
don't
know.
hate it.
I know.
No, I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
He was targeted in the end zone, obviously. Like, had a bunch of targets. Like, at some point, and maybe against the team that's only won 2 games, at some point it's gonna pay off.
Okay.
I was gonna say, do you guys want to risk it on Jawar Jordan here with the Q tags for Marks and Chubb, or is this too prestigious at this point to do it?
What's the latest on Marks? It says could have re-entered Sunday's win. I don't know if we want to.
Okay. All right. So let's not do that then. I'm gonna get weird. I'm gonna get legitimately weird. I'm going to put Kenny Gainwell in at 5,100. You watched last night's game, Dave?
Yeah, no, I did. He wouldn't be my first option, but it's like if we're kind of mimicking what we've done in the past with a cheap running back, it makes sense. It does seem like there's going to be some room for some cheap running backs. He looks good too. He looks good.
And Rodgers just loves him. Like that's just the thing. Rodgers loves him.
All right, Peter.
All right. In the same way, the field now has the beam on the SwoleCast. They got the beam on Darren Waller coming off 25 points, getting the worst tight end defense in the history of man. We are playing $3,500 Darren Waller versus Cincinnati Bengals.
Pete, I've got a galaxy brain angle for you on that. The contract that Waller signed, all incentives. It's all so maybe Tua doesn't want to be out there, maybe Waddle doesn't want to be out there, maybe A-Chain doesn't want to be out there. You know who wants to be out there and get paid some money? Darren Waller wants to get paid some money.
Hell yeah.
Here for it. All right, so if let's pick a defense just so we know kind of what we have.
We've got Titans. Easy. Yeah, Titans. I mean, could play the Titans against Mahomes, so Titans against Minshew for sure.
All right, so that gives us we
got money to work with. We're gonna build another
salary to work with. Yeah. Let's go Chase.
Okay, so right now we have Jacoby Brissett unstacked.
We should get Michael Wilson in at least, right? Should we think this through?
Yes, let's put Michael Wilson in and then
6,900.
But we don't want to do Brissett unstacked.
Yeah.
I don't love this range. I mean, you're 200 off of Hampton, who I don't mind versus Dallas, but
yeah. You got
think
Pollard at 5,400. Honestly, not a bad play.
Kitchen, can I interest you in like pivoting the Chase to like a high-end running back?
Yeah, I mean, I could be interested, but I mean, I also think that Pollard fits with Wilson, but we could do
Pollard. Yeah, honestly, if we're going to do the Titans thing.
Obviously, if Marvin plays, we will issue a global slop alert to the Swolies. It's totally fine.
Well, how much is Harrison? 56. Oh yeah,
56.
So we'll have what, 1,500 to play with if that happens. I don't mind the Pollard on this team if we want to go.
I mind Pollard. Pollard feels bad.
Why?
Well, he's felt bad the past 2 weeks too. You could also go Bijan Wilson.
I guess he's cheap.
You could go Bijan Wilson, and then you have 5,500 for guys like Jacoby Myers, DK.
Well,
Metcalf.
What about actually? Wait. Hear me out. Bam Knight out. It's just down to Michael Carter. Why don't we do Bijan Michael Carter?
I mean, I thought about it, but like what's his ceiling is my question.
I mean, I think he had 14 last week without a touchdown, so his ceiling's probably like 30.
30 fantasy points.
Yeah, I believe he had 10 targets last
Honestly,
night.
if we're playing Michael Carter, it's for the floor, not the ceiling. The ceiling.
He had 4 for 38 and 14 for 56 last week, so 13 points
Kitchen,
without a touchdown.
Let me just remind you, we finished 51st in the T-Mobile
Okay.
Week 15 Game Day Draft Challenge with 10 points from Woody Marks. You know, sometimes you just play these value plays to unlock.
It feels like if there's one position that is one team position that has hurt people this year, it's been the Cardinals running back. It's
But
just
if you could get all the points on one guy.
Also, if you guys can't tell, we're not fucking around. This is the most time we've ever spent on
this is the most
really,
serious.
We want the encore.
Yeah. Even Tuttle is like, let's choose the best plays.
I like how this one looks.
I bet this is in the T-Mobile $2,000 free roll to freedom challenge. I bet this is positive sim ROI.
All right. I am going to put that Pollard lineup in the Millie just because winning $1 million when you guys min cash the the T-Mobile 2K would be honestly the
DraftKings owes us a little Christmas bonus because I guarantee we just gave them, I don't know, another couple thousand in entries of people exclusively putting this lineup into some random contests.
I think Davis got a Christmas bonus from DK, and I think the late round also got a little Christmas bonus from DK, so we're good.
Yeah, and I can't even get a rake-free league.
You want to trade business agreements across various fantasy sports companies, Peter? Look, I'd be happy to. If you want my deals, I'm happy to negotiate that with you if you'd like.
Yeah. Do you have contacts at the Demon Cousin site for me as well while you're at it?
If you need it,
Okay. It's a good time just to mention to people that we are also going to be putting together a Splash Tiers lineup later, and we have been filling that up as well. Lower price point, but we've been filling that up. Promo code SWOLE if you haven't already, and then on Run the Sim, promo code SWOLE.
No, that's you weren't supposed to announce that, Kitchen, but they are launching their DFS swimming package.
The Olympics. Just time for the Olympics. All right, so let's get on to running back now. Have at it, because you got. Here's the one thing about the Bijan that scares me a little bit is you've got just the Falcons who have been completely like one way or the other. Like the fact that Bijan got all those touches last week, I still don't know why. Like we still have no clue why, other than the Falcons just wanted to. Because even when they were
before that, he was 19 attempts. The week before that, he was 20. The week before that, he was 23.
It's not, but Peter, but look at me. Look at me. It's not the attempts. It's the share. It's the snap share. It's the rush share.
Kitchen, we don't care about share if the pie is big, brother.
We
don't
do
care about your kids grabbing that
we absolutely
pizza.
do, Peter.
If you got a fucking 40-foot pizza, Kitchen.
If he's in the red zone or green zone, we absolutely care about the share. We're not sharing this Christmas with Bijan.
Share only matters in relation to the size of the pie, brother.
Yeah, it's more about the total plays that the Falcons run. Like when they have a normal game, 60, 65 plays, the Bijan stuff feels fine. It feels more annoying when they only run like 52 plays.
I'm telling you, even if they run 30 times, like 2 games ago, if they run 30 times 2 games ago, and you've got 20 carries and 11 carries, it doesn't feel fine. Give me exactly what we had last week, and I'll be okay with Bijan just leading the charge.
He's had one game like under 19 carries in the past 5 weeks. This is crying over spilt milk, Kitchen.
Okay. Obviously, Bijan has not hurt you. Like you must not have a ton of Bijan if this does not even have any sort of like sensitive reaction to you.
Awesome this year. He's had an incredible fantasy year. He's had a high floor. You could argue that he is the most consistent round one performer, like the season long managed league click that you'd most want to have this year from a consistency and ceiling standpoint. There's no issue with Bijan. And I'm not
Okay.
even a Bijan guy.
All right. I don't want to fight with you, Peter. So I'm not going to like bring up some of the. It's like an every other game. Like he can hurt you every other game, but it's not him. It's the Falcons and the target share. Like there is an issue there. Anyways, we got to move on to other running backs.
Look at me, Kitchen.
Yeah.
Are we good?
We're good. This is what happens in every Christmas movie. You know, the good guys, they have a little bit of a falling out. They come back at the end. They save Christmas. Let's talk about other running backs.
I mean, Gibbs.
Tyler Algier. This guy.
Harvey, if he plays with this rib injury, I think is a jam. I think Cook will actually be like a little bit lighter owned because like, oh, dude, the Browns, a run defense. It's just like everyone knows this, but it's just very hard to play downhill for 15 straight games. Like every Browns player is just getting their ass kicked every game. Like you can't. I mean, Swift had a good game against them last week. Monungai didn't do anything, but I think Cook will be a little bit. I don't know. Like I bet Cook actually ends up being like probably a jam this week. I got
just talk yourself into like a.
If Devin Neal gets ruled out,
Estime. Are
you guys gonna play Estime? Who just like obviously sucks.
I said
that
this.
We're back to Taysom season if that happens.
No.
Dude, Taysom just
3
has
targets last week.
They ran a Taysom play last week, and it was just like it looked like a Make-A-Wish kid out there.
Peter, look at me. What if we were right in early June in saying that maybe in week 17 you need to have Jaleel McLaughlin or Estime on your team?
Who's we?
Just the show.
I don't remember ever standing.
I'm pretty sure we said it because I've got plenty of Estime and McLaughlin.
Well, I don't. So that call might have been coming from inside the house, Kitchen.
All right. I mean, it's fine on DK when you have 2 extra rounds. So, but yeah, you do have the Texans issues. You've got the Broncos issues. We just talked about the Saints. You've got Kansas City probably going to be playing Pacheco now, I guess. Although they're saying that
Pacheco, Hunt, unplayable.
I would love if Brashard Smith got some touches since they're out. That's
like your best case scenario is like, okay, season's over. Like, let's see if Brashard can pick up the offense a little bit. It's possible. I mean,
we haven't talked about this Tampa Bay Carolina game.
I want to jam Bucky, but they're like, okay, we're bringing Sean Tucker in at the goal line, and we're using Rashad White on 3rd down. So
hey, brother, if the pie is big enough,
if the pie's not that big.
It's not.
The pie's not that big.
Now Kitchen is trying to equate like an 80-20 2-man backfield split to like a 60-20-20. Get out of here, Kitchen.
Okay, what about the other side though?
I mean, Dowdle's a good play. For sure, Dowdle.
Yeah.
Dowdle like dunked all over Hubbard last week. And my guess, by the way, is because these are games that really matter now. These divisional games, like there's no room for Dave Canales to be fucking around. And when the games get serious, you go to your best players.
2 names I like sub 6K are Hampton and Tracy.
Yeah, I was about to say Tracy. Hampton, I'm not sure I can do, but Tracy I can do.
The Hampton stuff to me, it's like the workload has been good. Yes, the Chargers offense has been pretty uninspiring, but you're going to run on Dallas here. And I do think we can continue to see him ramp up a little bit. And we know he's got the big play. So I don't know. I think he's a nice start there in a really good matchup. And yeah, Tracy's a smash.
All right. You have to choose between Achane, Robinson, and Gibbs. Who is it, Davis?
Gibbs. I'm very, very worried about Achane and just like a total who cares. Like who cares games can always be kind of interesting, but they're also just wider variants. Like when there's no reason.
Have they shown anything though to say they would not play him or take him out? Like they still play him in like blowout games late in the 4th quarter. I mean, they have not shown any sort of cautionary thing. I just don't see it happening. Pete?
Yeah, I mean, Achane, higher floor, Gibbs, much higher ceiling, or you could play the guy in the Goldilocks zone who has the floor and the ceiling in just a nice slice of that Atlanta Falcons pie.
Yeah. That week 14, 10.4 floor. Ooh, feels so good. Ooh, that week 8 floor.
Did you get bounced from a home league where you started Bijan? Is that where
I was going to say, this has to be like Dave lost like a same game parlay or like something.
I do have him in my home league, but I had a bye last week in case you were wondering. So I need him to go off. I'm just preparing myself to get hurt. And I know that you don't have him in your home league, Pete, because you don't have the depth or breadth of the Bijan experience this year.
If you want to do the every other thing with Jahmyr Gibbs, right? So you can go all the way back. He's literally gone every other week since week 7, ping-ponging the big week down week, and this is the explosion week.
All right, let's get on to receiver. And you've got Nico Collins at 7,500 against Vegas. You've got, I almost put this guy into our lineup as Jalen Waddle against Cincinnati.
No. What? Dude, stop it with the Dolphins, bro. You did Waller. You were all over Achane. Like, you were talking about a team that does not, like, has a bad quarterback and doesn't care. If you're going to play anyone, you can play Achane. No,
I guarantee Kitchen has like Tua on his best.
No, I
team
don't.
Left, and he's just wish casting this.
I'm targeting the Cincinnati defense is what I'm targeting.
All right, they got the beam on him.
So
I actually think Rice is fine. Like, Rice is going to get like 10 catches this week. It's, if he scores a touchdown, he'll be good.
If we're being honest, the most mispriced guy, at least in the high end, is JMO. I mean, JMO should be an extra 1K. He's 6,400. He should easily be 7,400.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, obviously, Michael Wilson, if Marvin Harrison Jr. doesn't play. If Marvin Harrison Jr. does play, I actually do think that is like a pretty interesting angle to take, because he will probably just get his position back. Here's a guy not to play. George Pickens. This is my theory, guys.
Here we go.
He agreed to a handshake deal. His agent and Jerry agreed to a handshake deal, or they told him they're franchise tagging him. So either way, he's like, well, I don't have to play, so I don't care.
That seems like a good way to blow up a handshake deal.
Well, but
you realize the nature of a handshake deal.
Didn't Jerry tell us that a man's word is his bond in the Micah Parsons thing?
How many bottles of champagne did Jerry pop the other night when Micah Parsons
tore his
went
ACL?
down?
Definitely he laughed. Very, very least. I mean, come on, dude. Like, what does anyone else have an explanation for why George Pickens just stopped trying 2 weeks ago?
I don't know.
It's crazy. You just watch him and he's just like loafing around. Looks like he's playing pickleball out there.
Easy. Maybe against like 2.5 players.
I definitely think
Jefferson though 6K. We need to have a discussion.
He's got he's maxed out at like 40 yards for the last 6 weeks.
I think he's fine, but I just don't. What's the ceiling?
Well, I think we know the ceiling, and the ceiling is him completely like nuking the slate.
Last year, sure. I don't know if that ceiling exists.
No, I still think he's got that in him.
He did. I mean, if he could, he just has to catch. He dropped one, which is technically a drop, but man, some of these 9 throws are just 100 miles per hour. I mean, boy.
Can you imagine just Brosmer just delicately dropping that ball into the bread basket time after time?
I can't. Honestly, Pete, I can't. How about Mike Evans and fucking dude, Igbuka, like, is Igbuka cooked? Were the separation score bros right?
No, we talked about this on Friday's show. Like, he's
still the clear number 2 there.
He's fine.
Hearing more targets than Godwin.
All right, let me throw another guy out there. Oh boy, this is gross. But against Dallas, Lad McConkey, 6,100.
It's gonna be a no for me, dog.
I'm not interested in any Charger. Maybe Gadsden, maybe.
What if everyone's thinking like you, Davis?
I mean, I assume those are people who know how to like look at game logs and see that Justin
So-
Herbert hasn't had a good game. And
So like Bijan has one game under 15 points, and Kitchen just grabs his.
He does
pitchfork.
not have one game under 15 points.
Ladd McConkey's cleared 10 points like twice this entire season, and Kitchen's ready to cape up for him. I wonder why that is.
There's a clear price discrepancy there. I'm looking at mid-tier guys. I like Bijan. If you go back to it, I said I hope that they continue what they did last week. This week, I need Bijan.
This reminds me, Davis, I meant to send this to our chat with Laird. I got a random comment on a short from our show with Laird like from a year ago. And it goes, poor guy was never given a real chance in the NFL because of racial bias towards white running backs. Thankfully, McCaffrey finally broke that stereotype.
It is so good.
I think they mean it. I think they mean it. That is coming from someone who has watched every single Erica Kirk interview.
I was gonna say that is a very turning point USA comment.
Honestly,
Speaking of
Candace
that,
Owens.
I pulled up a list of the top 50 running back prospects for 2026, trying to come up with who my next TakeCast guest is going to be. Based on my research, not one white running back considered in the top 50 running back prospects this year in the National Football League draft.
Davis admitting that he only has a screener for white running backs. He's only interested in talking into future NFL players who are Caucasian.
It's more to continue the bit.
Yeah, the bit of
Hey, Brian Hill was on the Brian Hill was on the show.
Show is Jeff Janis, and he had the measurables of a black man.
People are saying it. Let me toss out Jacoby Myers.
I already tossed him out, but I
should avoid
agree.
the PS2 matchup.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
I agree with him. Jacoby Myers. I also think in the event that this game in Detroit turns into a shootout, I don't hate DK Metcalf.
Of course.
What is the
fine.
point of DK Metcalf? Has that guy had a good fantasy game all
Yes,
year?
2 weeks ago, literally 2 weeks ago against Baltimore.
He had like 130 yards, no touchdowns.
No, the reason I agree with Dave on this take, because if that game does get the Steelers want to play the slowest brand of football possible. Like if Goff and those guys get pushed, we're going to need a big play from Metcalf or somebody.
Yeah. 7 for 148, Davis, for 25 fantasy points. And if he does get a touchdown, you don't like that? The way that he pushed off from that defender last night, if that doesn't inspire you to just go a little bit harder in the weight room, I don't know what else to tell you.
Dave, when's the last time?
Buddy, you don't need to worry about me. I'm talking about you right now.
Look at each other.
We good.
I got up at 4:30 in the morning, changed my kid, put him back down, went and lifted weights, got home. So you got to want it, Dave.
All right. I want it. I want it bad.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you want to be a barrel-chested boy?
There's a couple different ways to get that barrel.
Ask me that.
Now, when we get to January 1st, Dave's going to have all these ideas. He's going to be like, yeah, dude, we're going to do SwoleCast, like fitness
That's the
challenge.
brand, Davis. Welcome to the show. We go hard in the off season. We let ourselves go during the season. Rinse, repeat.
Kitchen's been distracted ever since I started talking about slices of pie earlier. I can tell.
All right.
Visions of DK Blizzards dancing in his hand. When what did my wandering eyes see but a DQ Blizzard?
Staring right back at me. All right. Let's look at tight ends in a second. But right now, let's put together a tiers contest.
And look,
I would appreciate if you actually were genuine and not disingenuous about this lineup, please.
I feel bad every week when I go to make my 16 lineups. I immediately erase the placeholder one on the SwoleCast, but I won't be making that mistake this week.
Yeah, dude, finish fourth. Everyone, link to this in the description and at the top of your chat right now. So I did all the hard work for you.
We
Okay.
continue to do a pretty good job filling this. I'd say what we're at, like a close to 90% fill rate last week.
Yeah. It's like barely not rake free. Like if they were to advertise it, it'd be just like almost not rake free. So
why don't we just go on record with that market? Almost not rake free.
all right, you got Achan, Josh Allen, Jonathan Taylor on that Monday night game. Bijan, Pete's lover this week. Christian McCaffrey, also Monday night, and Justin Herbert, who Davis will not be playing.
No, Herbert's inclusion here is the dragon meme. It's like the 5 dragons and then the one doofy dragon. Like, what is Herbert doing here? Projected for 21.5 points by who?
Davis,
Just
you were
Herbert's
setting
mom?
yourself up so hard, and I'm here for it.
No, okay. There's this meme going around. Ben Solak and Dan Orlovsky, 2 like thought leaders, have been doing this. Could Justin Herbert win MVP? Come on, guys. I need you to be so fucking serious. Justin
If there's
Herbert,
anything that's an indictment of the state of the quarterback position, it's that Justin Herbert is in the MVP conversation.
No, it's an indictment of the quarterback position that this loser who has never won a playoff game is like an obsession of all these ball-knowing gurus on Twitter. It's like, hey, maybe like at least do it like at least with Lamar and Josh, they've won playoff games. Like I get why people are into them, or like Stafford, like he makes the cool throws. Like literally, what has Justin Herbert accomplished?
I'll tell you what he accomplished: blowing off that sideline reporter at the end of the game. How rude was that?
How rude was that?
If
Like,
he can
the guy-
run,
the
if
guy's
he
same
feels
career
comfortable
accomplishments as
running,
Andy
he's
Dalton.
fine.
He's never even
Running
won his
away from
division.
Orders.
Okay, let's Davis, I'll let you pick this tier. Actually, no. I want to give Pete a chance to redeem himself from last week.
Bijan next.
I was gonna take Bijan anyway.
All right, Davis, you take Gibbs, Jackson, Mayfield, Drake May, Amon-Ra, or Trey McBride.
I mean, it feels like easy Gibbs here.
Okay. Sometimes I'll just say, as one of the tier's thought leaders, it seems easy, but it's not.
Sometimes it's not about picking who you want,
Yeah,
but not
about
picking
not
who you
choosing.
don't want.
You don't want. You got Purdy on Monday night, Prescott, Jamar Chase.
I love that
Brissett.
Dave is always just so locked in on what the Monday night game is.
Well, it's underneath the player's name, but I want to let the people know as a first look show.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Brissett, Williams, Burrow. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jamar Chase.
Over Brisket, huh?
Yeah. That Brisket might be overdone this week. It's all
Burrow
I'm saying.
averaging 14 fantasy.
That's all I'm
points per
saying. I
game,
know, but
he's
if it's
returning from
like
injury.
a somewhat close game, good luck.
Yeah, if it's
Wow.
10-7.
The RNG god's giving me this tier. List it off, Kitchen.
Got Aaron Rodgers, Jackson Dart, Bo Nix, Jared Goff, JJ McCarthy, and then CeeDee Lamb.
Fellas, I got a trivia question for you.
Yeah.
How many lives does a cat have?
Wow. Wow,
Nine.
Peter. We call this a heel turn in the industry.
Lock him in. Lock him
9.
in.
Wow. Not choosing CD, huh?
And I will, like I said, this isn't disingenuous touting. I'm not going to override this lineup. I am going to put my hard-earned dollars on this exact team.
I'm going to go CD. I think he shows out.
Dude,
he's
he's
a minority. He's a minority in
Kitchen.
that group as the only wide
Kitchen.
receiver. Yeah.
Did you learn nothing last week? We came off of 2 lineup builds, T-Mobile and Tiers, where we collectively came together and built shippers.
Yeah,
And
I
we
know,
got to
but
keep
we
the
were
good mojo
one
rolling.
off. Both those were one off. And what if this is the one that is off? That's all I'm saying.
You're the one that's off.
Pete, look at
Is
me.
it back to me or is this Kitchen or
It's me.
Davis?
This is me.
Okay.
This is me.
Trevor Lawrence, Bryce Young, Tua, James Cook, Gardner Minshew, Drake London. I'm
Oh,
taking James Cookerino.
I think that is Kitchen though, right?
Yeah,
Are
I
they going
think
around?
you skipped me.
Kitchen tried to get in 2 picks because he wanted to override my pick and also get his
Okay,
pick.
all right, Dave.
Which is
Dave,
selfish.
take your pick.
Trevor Lawrence, Bryce Young, Tua, Cook, Minshew, or Drake London, who's not going to play.
Why does Gardner Minshew in this photo look like he's at a central casting for Jesus in a Hallmark movie?
If
He
you
does.
look, there's like something with his eyes. Because when I was looking for the thumbnail, his like media day photo, like something weird going on with his eyes. But yeah, this tier, I'm actually going to go with the guy who's going to be probably the lowest owned person other than London. Give me Minshew.
Terrible, Dave. Awful.
Dude, you
Awful stuff.
overriding the other pick to just jam
Hold
Minshew
on
here.
Oh, hold on, Pete. When you chose 9 last week and he showed up as 5% owned, what were
I
your
didn't
thoughts
choose
behind
9
that?
last week.
Yes.
I put him in the darkness of my own home, but not under the bright SwoleCast lights.
All right. Facing the Titans is like if you watched that game like I was tortured enough to do so last week, their defense just cannot get off the field. Like it is their secondary, they have no secondary. So if Minshew is halfway serviceable, he's going to put up some decent numbers.
If he's
I'm not
halfway
telling
serviceable,
you-
he's going to get 11 points, and Kareem Hunt's going to score 2 touchdowns. Like Dave, this is you got to take it from someone who understands the team. They are not letting Minshew score points.
Buddy, I understand the team that he is going against, which is why I'm saying
You don't understand anything about.
No,
the
you don't
25
understand.
Kansas City.
Kitchen,
Chiefs.
would you have picked Phillip Rivers in that tier if he was playing the Titans this week?
No, it's totally different.
No, it's
Phillip-
not.
How?
Yes.
How is it totally different?
You guys cannot equate
Kitchen,
Minshew
look at
with
me.
Phillip Rivers.
Look at me. You wouldn't play Phillip Rivers, but you're willing to play Gardner Minshew against the Tennessee Titans. And you just said the entire thesis is the team they're playing against.
All right.
That's
Hog
not
Pro Plays
journalism.
just said I
I
trust
just
David
touched
more than
grass.
Davis on this. Thank you.
All right.
If I'm
whose
going
turn is it?
against the Titans, you should know there is some
This is Davis's pick, right?
validity. Yes. Henry, Rice, Cousins, Bucky, Shuck, or George Pickens.
Give me Shuck.
This is actually
Shuck?
you don't want to stat. I mean, once Kitchen let us down the Minshew pack, you might as well.
Yeah, it's like
you
this,
could also go
no, Dave.
like
this
a
team,
Sunday
Dave,
night
we
game.
just took 8 points in tier 5. I don't care about this anymore.
I take it back. I'm not playing this team. It's all
Yeah.
disingenuous touting. Play your own plays.
Well, no,
this is
I actually-
Davis, this
I-
is bad. Davis, this is
let me
really
be
bad.
clear.
In a
Let me
tier
be
with
clear.
Bucky,
I think
paired
Shuck Demon is
Rice.
really good leverage in that tier.
Shuck is a good play. But I'm just saying there's 2 things going on. We either go back and undo the horrible Minshew pick, or we start to live in the reality and we pick Rice. I feel
Yeah,
like those
you know
are
what,
the
Dave?
options.
Dave, I'm overruling you.
No, I'm
Sorry.
going Rice. I'm going Rice in mine. So, and I'm
Yeah, Alex
submitting
loves
this.
some white rice, that's for sure.
I'm overruling Dave. I'm taking James Cook, and I'm still taking Shuck Demon.
Okay.
All right, is it back to me?
Yes,
I guess
it's you
so.
in tier 7 with Stroud, Nico, Tyrod, Waddle, Tedroy McMillan, and George Kittle.
Yeah, I mean the play, as much as I like Nico, the play volume or the pass volume was so low.
Yeah.
Let's
Go
just play
Waddle.
it through Stroud.
Go Waddle.
I don't think they're gonna have any running game to speak of.
Some
All right. This is going to be. Pete's going to put 16 lineups in. This is going to be his only Stroud lineup.
All right, here's my
Already following it.
take. Peter, here's my take. I actually think this is going to be why Dave is so hyper fixated. JJ had a stat for the newsletter or had something that was like pointed out just how bad the Bengals defense is, like highlighted them in some way that really got Dave's attention.
Not at all, but I do understand that the Bengals have a bad defense. Do you not understand that,
Hey,
Davis?
Dave, shh. Davis and I need to riff on this. And Davis, do you think it's because there's no more data dumps the rest of the year? He really wants to make a meal out of that last nugget he was
Correct.
given.
Correct.
JJ
Yeah.
chewed it up like a little bird and
Yeah.
put it in David's mouth. And now Dolphins.
All right. If you guys don't understand how bad the Bengals defense is, I will happily take that worm meal to the bank.
Is that how you guys are doing your equity swap as well? Just a little.
Okay. I'm going Wano. Everyone posts their teams. Everyone posts their teams. Do not change it. Do not change it. And we're going to keep up to see which one.
I'm doing the team that we've mostly made together minus your Minshew stuff.
Yeah,
It's not the team we made together then.
All right, Dave, you play it with Minshew then. We'll see you on Sunday, dude.
I am.
Going to war with Tate 81 with Gardner Minshew.
Actually, Davis, I think I know maybe why Kitchen is all on this stuff.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm going to share my screen here real quick with a tweet I just saw that Kitchen must have gotten wind of. Oz the Mentalist with the Miami Dolphins for training camp.
That would
Kitchen's
explain it. That would explain it.
Got the jam.
I just love how targeting the Bengals defense has turned into some, no, we can't do that in week 16 bit.
Kitchen would rather play Malik Washington over Bijan Robinson this week.
Stop.
Dave, are you thinking Darren Waller for tier 8?
I'm thinking Lad McConkey.
No. No. Not doing that.
Jeez. We were so on fire last week, and look how quickly we have fallen.
Yeah, but the part of last week was that we embraced the diversity of our lineups.
And
this week,
Peter, this is actually what it is. It's that there were so many good choices last week that Dave really couldn't fuck it up.
No, that's not true at all. We literally played Mitchell Tinsley in our DK lineup.
Mitchell Tinsley was chalk.
Mitchell Tinsley allowed us to get up to the premium golf
Doesn't
double.
mean he should have been
Correct.
in our lineup.
Right. So my concern is that I think literally, like, I don't know what the record is for most owned tier 8 player is this week, but I fear that JMO might set the record for most owned tier 8 player.
You always say that, Davis. Like, we had a 12% Michael Wilson 2 weeks ago. Like, it's not going to be more than 12%. There's so many different options.
Then I'm clicking JMO. Done.
Okay.
Bijan, Gibbs, Chase,
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy, James Cook, Tyler Shuck, CJ Stroud, Jameson Williams. If you want to play the SocrDave version, you sub out James Cook for Gardner Minshew, and I'm assuming Dave Rice.
Mine is CeeDee Lamb over JJ McCarthy, Minshew, Rice, Waddle. So it's just a classic 4v4 that we have.
Let me just get this straight. The guy who put Justin Jefferson in our lineup needs to swap out the guy throwing him the ball for CeeDee Lamb. I'm just trying to figure out this logic pretzel you're working with here.
Yeah, you ever spread things out a bit, Pete? I bet you have.
What does that mean?
Your exposure.
Yeah. No, I've definitely spread my exposures.
Yeah, and Davis definitely has, because that's how he lived his whole life this summer. So live a little, but also learn a little.
Kitchen, do you want to side bet these two teams?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. You name I will book up your action to whatever amount you want. This team versus your Minshew version.
All right. Loser has to sing a custom Christmas carol next week.
Okay.
Davis?
I don't know. I'm not singing on this program.
Yeah, because you're disingenuous. You're just disingenuous tout. Let's move on to tight end. We've got Waller against Cincinnati, who Pete mentioned wasn't berated for mentioning it. He just brought it up because he thought it might be a good play. It wasn't thrown under the bus.
You could tout Dulcich if you want.
No. Dulcich dropped an easy one last night.
Dude, Davis, this is why Kitchen loves
No, don't say because I watched the game. I watched all the games.
Watched the whole thing. He's like,
there we go.
The last
Okay.
thing in his
All
head.
right, we got to it. We got there. Okay. All right, there we go. There we go. I knew we would find out. I knew we would figure it out, Peter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's an
I don't
easy
know
He
why
can
answer.
only
It
remember
took you
one
guys long
football
enough.
game, and it's the
Yeah.
most recent one he watched.
There we
You guys
go.
long enough to figure out.
DK Metcalf and the Dolphins.
Oh my God! Why did that take us so long to figure out? Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
good work, Peter.
You got McBride at 7,600. You can only play him in a doubles, right, Davis?
No, why? Why you can play him? You can play him on his own. You can play him with Brisket. You can play him double. He's best played by a lot. Can't do any Bowers. I will almost certainly not be playing Kyle Pitts, who's like a lock for 8.8 DraftKings points. The planning. I also don't really want to play Schultz. Like I just feel like the Texans are just gonna like take their 21 points and move on. You can probably play the tight end 3 on the Bills if you want. I'm feeling laser focused though on the planning and that really might be Gunnar Helm, Dave. Gunnar Helm.
Chigakonko actually led receivers last week for the Titans, but either of them are fine. Konko was only 3,200 this week.
Dude, the Gunnar Helm touchdown was sick though.
Yeah.
It was like a really good throw, really good play by Gunnar Helm.
Also, if we're gonna do the just picking on the Jet stuff, got to mention Juwan Johnson as well.
Oh, picking on the Jets.
And I didn't even watch that game, and I had that take.
Oh,
the plan in last
I got
week,
one.
14 targets.
14 targets. Same amount of targets on the year as CeeDee Lamb, the planning.
2,900.
Famously, Pat Kerrane's the only player Pat Kerrane drafted. Actually, every team he just drafted Fannin 18 times.
$2,900 this week in Denver. Evan Ingram against his old team.
No, I would
Jags.
literally rather play Gunnar Helm.
Okay,
Pete,
revenge narrative. Not good enough for you?
$2,500 Taysom, Pete.
You told me I couldn't because he looked bad on that the
20
Wildcat.
2,500 though.
Dude, I'm telling you, if Neil's out, you could certainly play 25. He will. If he's out, Levitan will play Taysom Hill in cash at 2,500.
No, he won't.
He's so sick of this pay up at tight end stuff. I listened to his rant about Kyle Pitts. Levitan's a broken man. He's been betting sides, killing Kyle Pitts. He's primed for a 2,500 Taysom Hill play.
I will just say the past 2 weeks, there is nothing like a little late game action where your team passes the ETR train and you go from just like on this side of the green to
Dave,
the other side of the green.
what did you play last week when the secret chat was not playing on DraftKings?
I've got so many best ball entries that I can't even remember to pick it up. But I had someone that went off in the late game window that helped me.
St. Brown.
No, actually, I saw you put St. Brown in. I almost did that. I actually had JSN in
Did
there as
you
well.
play Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt?
Yes, I did.
Okay, all right. Well, you're smarter than Nate then.
Because real ball.
Nate choosing AJ Barner over Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. It won't get the respect it deserves, but it is literally a Hall of Fame Gilcast moment. Like it won't be as funny as some of the other stuff, but it's up there.
Nate would probably never admit it, but he probably subconsciously did not want to play Bill just because of all of the ranting and raving about Bill in the offseason.
Yeah.
I don't know how tuned in Nate is to the ranting and raving. I don't know what his like best ball information diet is about, but like it's just like, dude, a starting running back for $4,400. I don't even like I play Estime for $4,400 this week, probably, maybe.
You were really starting to whine. Probably, maybe,
really,
unless I want to do
convicted
Taysom
on
Hill
that.
instead. Probably.
Well, it's Audric Estime. You know, Audric Estime is not Bill.
All right.
Man, I just had a flashback to that Bills Broncos game where Peyton was rotating the three backs, the Estime, McLovin. He would not let a single one of them get 2 consecutive touches. He was just rotating it every play. That was fun.
Okay.
The
I
age
think
of Estime, some people are saying.
boy, I hope so. Let's wrap this up, and I think we were able to save Christmas with a few detours in between. Davis, tell people what you got going on, and final thoughts.
I think I'm gonna stream some playoff best ball with Shady Advice tomorrow, and then tomorrow my stream I'm gonna go over all my little Dalmatian 2 teams.
Hey, I love it. I love it. You've got 30 something bullets.
Last year I had 0 chances to win $1 million at this point, and I got 2 chances to win $1 million or more this year.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I really do hope you make one of these finals. It's going to be much better for the brand when we can say everyone's been a best ball finalist. Pete,
I just took a second mortgage out on my house to take every alt Dolphins line this weekend versus the Bagels. Generational wealth opportunity.
Darren Waller over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I'd just like to, again, just encourage Davis and say, great job this year. 34 teams.
Don't fucking patronize me.
No, I'm not. But I think it gives something to like never giving up. Like I look at the Pomeranian, you've got 1 team advancing. I look at the Pomeranian 2 and the Pomeranian 3. You've got 4 teams advancing. You know why? Because you.
What is first cost? Is there like any meaningful money? Like, is that like $10,000?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong dog. But I wish everyone good luck in week 16. This is what I was talking to JJ about. Like, we just want to sweat. We want a week 17 sweat. Those Christmas games are terrible this right now because they have like no sort of real life like scenarios or any sort of like this comes down to this. They're just really bad games now on Christmas unless you can avoid your family to sweat your finalist lineups. So I hope that happens. Anybody else want to say anything before we exit?
What is our next show? Is it fall on the 24th or is it 23rd?
23rd.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're running hot on holidays.
Yeah,
We're sidestepping all of them.
And 30th. So appreciate you all. Love you all. Thanks to Splash Sports and Run the Swims and Run the Sims for sponsoring the show. With that being said, good luck. We'll see you next time here on the SwoleCast. Peace.
Can you name static from the SwoleCast? I was like, yep, that's me.
I just want you guys to know I'm total dust. I'm the problem.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Leave it to the guy with the crypto dunes, Abby, to not understand content.
I should have known you getting 30 likes was directly written by someone else.